Why are you with the police? I told you I had to go to the bathroom, get a snack, and meet me in the lobby. If we don't get going, we're going to miss the flight.
I don't have my passport. I had it at home when I was getting ready, and I saw it at your mother's house.
What? We can't go without passports. What are you going to do? It's our honeymoon.
I want to go too, but there's no passport. It seems like someone has been messing with my luggage.
What kind of idiot would lose a passport at the airport?
That's a terrible thing to say.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cancel your flight. I'm going with my mom instead, so you stay home, you dumb wife.
What? What do you mean?
Mom wants to go to Dubai.
Yeah, she's always wanted to go. But you can't call her now, can you? Or are you talking about going with her some other day?
No, I think she'll be here soon.
What? I don't understand.
Well, I told her she can't come with us on our honeymoon.
That's right.
But she really wants to go there someday, and I can't let her go alone. So she made plans to go with one of her friends. She thought it'd be fun to have dinner with us over there, at least once. So I told her the schedule of the flight, but apparently her friend had to cancel because she was sick.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell me any of this.
No, I didn't, because I'm sure you'd complain about it. Besides, since it's something unusual, it might bring us closer together. It's a surprise.
I don't need surprises on a honeymoon.
But look what happened. I'm on my own and she's on her own. I'm going to enjoy the trip with my mom.
That's terrible. What am I going to do?
I'm not going to waste my money on the cancellation fee too.
I can't believe it. Our priorities are definitely not the same. Leaving your newlywed wife to travel with your mother?
I'll listen to your complaints when I get home.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you with my lawyer.
What?
That's how angry I am.
Your joke is not funny. Well, I'll get you a souvenir. See ya.
Wait a minute, Lucas!
I heard you don't have a passport.
That's too bad. Don't worry, I'll make sure I'll have fun instead of you. No, something is wrong from the very beginning. I did most of the arranging and planning, didn't I?
Yes, and I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to a nice, relaxing tour.
If you don't like me, why did you want to meet me abroad?
Oh my God, you're such an annoying person.
But you are kind enough to make such good plans. What? Annoying?
But Lucas is so nice. And that's why I don't think Lucas and you are compatible. That's just the way it is.
You know what? That's a horrible thing to say.
I just wanted to thank you for getting me and Lucas a wonderful trip. And you are being so rude. Well, that's okay. Well then, I'm off.
Emily!
Dubai is so awesome. We're having dinner at the restaurant you arranged. It's so good. And my mom did some research on good food, so everything she chooses is so delicious. What time is it there now? Did you eat dinner? I know you've been reading these messages, but you haven't replied. I'll send you lots of pictures anyway. I'm so nice, aren't I? I'll make you an album. Then you won't miss me so much. It'll be like we're on vacation together. I'll take all the pictures and send them to you. You should be thankful.
You haven't replied to Lucas.
Are you angry?
What's wrong with you?
I guess you're still a child. The less educated you are, the more stupid your behavior will be. Let me give you some advice. A wife is supposed to support her husband at all times. I can't believe you're ignoring him just because he neglects you for a little while. If you have something to say, at least say it. I'll send you a picture of the sunrise from a hot air balloon today. It's a picture that will cleanse the soul and refresh your heart. And afterwards, the food was just wonderful here in Dubai. Oh, you know better than I do since you arranged it. You planned it, you arranged it, and you paid for it. I can't thank you enough for this wonderful time with Lucas. No hard feelings. Hey, I'm at the airport. I haven't heard from you and you haven't replied to my texts. And you didn't even pick me up at the airport. But anyway, it's strange that it took 12 hours to get there and 10 hours to get back. It was the best time I've ever had. And it was easier because I was with my mom and not you. I'm sure she had a wonderful time too. Next time, it will be you and me. Make sure you save up money for it. Hey, are you still angry? I'm going to go eat something at the airport with my mom. Then I'm going home. Still no reply? I'll buy you dinner, okay? It's your fault for not taking better care of your passport, isn't it? Don't take it out on me.
Taking it out on you?
Oh, finally. How much were you going to ignore me?
I'm waiting at home with my lawyer.
What? Why a lawyer?
I think I know who took my passport.
Who?
I'm pretty sure it was someone who messed around with my luggage. I ran the fingerprints, and I found a perfect match.
What? Who's that?
Do you want to know? Then get back here now. I know it's a long drive, but bring your mother too.
Why my mother?
I'll let her know who's less educated.
Wait a minute.
You didn't even come pick me up at the airport.
I heard you told Lucas to come home now.
I wanted to try the airport's special breakfast. Why do I have to go there with Lucas?
Did you forget that you stayed at my place because it's closer to the airport?
No, I didn't.
Then why at your place?
We found the thief who stole my passport. I have proof.
Oh, really? That's great. But was it that easy to find?
Well, it was hard work, but you know what?
What?
Never mind. As long as I found a passport, I'm fine. I don't want to make things worse than it already is.
You know, my mom just checked her luggage. She said that the passport had somehow gotten into her bag.
Was it in there? Is that what she's saying? My passport just walked out by itself?
I'm not saying that, but I guess we were both careless. I mean, she wouldn't do something like that. I think you're the one who put it in there because you're that careless.
I've got a lawyer waiting for you. Just get here right now.
Did the police get the fingerprints for evidence? Do they do that kind of thing just because you ask for it?
I hired a private detective. I'm glad we got the test results just in time. Well, I kind of expected it. And you and I are getting a divorce.
Why?
People don't usually run fingerprints, you know?
How did you even get my fingerprints?
It's from a mug you left at our house. You were the only one who was using it, so I was sure your prints were all over it.
But your passport's here, and my bag and all the other stuff. You must have put your passport in my bag by accident.
I accidentally broke my lipstick that morning. I bought it on the way to your house, and I put it in my purse along with my passport.
What?
You touched my purse, right?
That's...
Do you remember? How did you think they wouldn't find out about such harassment?
What a thing to say. How dare you? I'm your husband's mother. It's really cheeky of you to suspect me as a thief. Don't mess around with me. After all, You're nothing but just a cheeky daughter-in-law.
I think you're the one who's less educated. The one who made the profit is the most suspicious, you know.
Profit?
A plan made by a daughter-in-law you don't like. With money from a daughter-in-law you don't like. You enjoyed yourself without paying a penny. It's obvious who benefited the most.
Well, you found your passport, so it's all good, right?
Why don't you come here so we can talk about the settlement? You'd better hurry. You know, I'm a very black-hearted person, so I don't know when I'll change my mind and how I'm going to use this evidence.
I'm coming. I'm on my way. Please help me. After all that fuss you made with your lawyer, my dad found out and got mad. He was furious. He got mad and divorced my mom. I'm taking care of her now, but it's not easy. And I don't know how everyone knew why they divorced. After that, everyone at work started to give me cold stares. I had no choice but to change my job, and my income went down. Hey, let's start over. We've had our differences. We could have worked it out if we talked about it. I can't do this without you. Think about it a little, would you? Hey, I came to our love nest, and I found out it's on sale. And the price is higher than what I paid for it. What the hell is going on? How could you do such a terrible thing?
Love nest? That's hilarious. I don't want any memories of you. I thought I'd at least turn them into money.
You don't want it? That's terrible. Where are you now? Let's just meet and talk.
I can't.
You still love me, don't you? I still love you.
No, I don't love you anymore. I don't even want to look at you anymore.
Oh, come on. You know you'll love me again when you see me. And you know that. That's why you don't want to see me.
You're too gross. Don't contact me anymore.
You're a sweetheart. I know you're reading my messages. Let me tell you how I feel about you. I love you more than the whole world. I miss you so much. I wish I could hug you like I used to. I know you like it when I dry your hair, don't you? We're meant for each other. Let's forgive each other the things we can't forgive. Let's compromise and work together. When you and I remarry, the three of us will live together. Mom says she forgives you too. She's a good cook, right? She's going to teach you how to cook, even if you're not very good at it. My place is a little cramped right now. How about we live at your new home? We'll be together forever.
Wow. No.
What?
No, seriously. I'm getting chills all over.
Why? I arranged a popular poem from the internet.
I think I'm going to throw up. I shouldn't have read it just out of curiosity.
Curious? See? You still like me?
What the hell is going on in your head? Bye.
Oh no. Nora.
I'm the type of person who doesn't chase after those who leave. He didn't make much fuss when we divorced, but he was persistently in trouble. Apparently, he was having money problems as a result of having to support his mother and changing workplaces. He wanted to get some of the money back that he had paid. He was just looking for me, and he was staking out a restaurant that I used to go to frequently. He followed a woman who looked like me to the gym. Lucas, thinking he was being ignored, opened and went in the women's locker room. Of course, the police were called. He got arrested and now he lost his job. He moved from a small house to a shabby apartment and is now living in poverty. He couldn't even pay his cell phone bill, so he gave it up. He doesn't contact me anymore, and I live a peaceful and quiet life.
Nice to meet you. You must be Sylvia, Patrick's wife, right? Please excuse my sudden message. I'm Clementine, Patrick's wife-to-be. I'm sorry. I don't think I know you. Well, Patrick is indeed my husband's name. He works for SS Trading, doesn't he? I work in the secretarial department of the same company. I'm his colleague. Clementine from the secretarial section. I still don't understand what you mean by being Patrick's wife-to-be. I mean it as it is. Do you understand the word? Are you telling me that you just don't want to accept the bitter truth? I don't understand what you mean, so how could I accept that? I'm in a relationship with your husband and I want to get married. I want you to get divorced soon and disappear from my life. Am I making myself clear to you? You are in a relationship with Patrick. He is a married man. So you're telling me that you're having an affair, aren't you? In short, yes. But I'm serious and I don't want you to describe my relationship with Patrick in such flimsy terms like cheating. At least I love him more than you love him. And I think he loves me too. That's your business, but in reality, I'm his wife now and you're the one he's cheating with. I had a feeling that Patrick was cheating on me, but I never expected you to contact me like this. I was surprised. You were aware of the affair and decided not to do anything to deal with it? What a silly wife you are! It seems to me that you were completely abandoning your responsibility as Patrick's wife. I wasn't neglecting him. I was thinking about our marriage. We have a child who has just started elementary school. Divorce because of cheating is not an easy decision to make. Marriage isn't as simple as you think. I don't think so. When you want to get a divorce, just do it quickly. After all, you just want to hang on to Patrick, don't you? Do you need him to support you financially? Or do you still have feelings for him? Patrick loves me more than you. Please divorce him quickly. You should think about Patrick's happiness. You seem very determined, but of course, I can assume that you are prepared for what happens after we get divorced, right? What do you mean by that? Alimony, of course. We have a child, so child support is also necessary. You are a woman who is greedy for money, aren't you? What a nasty woman! You are harassing me with your messages. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Of course, I'll pay you alimony. It's a small price to pay to get Patrick out of your life. I'd do anything for him. For Patrick's sake, huh? I see. I understand that you are prepared to do that. Anyway, as for divorce, it's not something you and me to decide right now. I would also like to confirm it if it's true that you were cheating with my husband. I will talk it over with him and get back to you again. I don't think it's worth it. It would be a waste of time. Please get a divorce as soon as possible. I want to be married to Patrick on my 27th birthday. Only 3 months left before that day. You'd better get it over with by then. I don't care about your birthday. You can do whatever you want. As for me, I have no intention of letting this situation continue for too long. I will discuss this with my husband immediately and let you know if we can come to some kind of agreement. I'm relieved to hear that you are a more understanding person than I thought. Well then, I look forward to hearing from you. Clementine contacted me out of the blue. There is no reason for me to stay married to my husband if he's cheating on me. After this, I talked with my husband and divorced him, demanding alimony from both parties. I took custody of my child and asked my husband to pay child support in one lump sum. 2 years later, Clementine suddenly contacted me again. She even went to the trouble of changing her number. It's been a while, Sylvia. Sorry that I messaged you again out of the blue. Do you remember me? Who is it? I'm Clementine, the one who stole your beloved Patrick from you. How could you forget about me? Oh, you're the one from Secretarial Department. Oh, I'm not a secretary anymore. I'm a housewife now. How can I help you? Looks like you went to the trouble of getting a new number just to contact me. I have nothing to say to you anyway. You blocked my old number, didn't you? What an annoying woman you are. I contacted you a couple times, but you didn't read any of my messages. I thought you had blocked me, so I decided to get a new number. Please just stop troubling me. I'm sorry you had to go through all that trouble. I blocked you because I didn't want to deal with you anymore. So what can I do for you? I wasn't sure about contacting you, but I thought I'd let you know. It's not like I'm a complete stranger. So what is it? I'm pregnant. Oh, I see. Congratulations. I hope you give birth to a healthy baby. Is that all? Yes. Was there something else you want me to say? I'm not related to you anymore. You're such a boring woman. Don't you have any more reaction you can show me? I was hoping for something like frustration. Why should I be frustrated? I don't feel anything. I have my son with me anyway. I lived happily with your ex-husband and we had our first child. You're now a single mother who is suffering. I have a husband with a high income who works at a major trading company. I'm a happy housewife, and I'm blessed with a long-awaited baby. Aren't you jealous of me? You must be frustrated too. Oh, I see. Are you so astonished that you can't even think straight? Not at all. I'm happy with my life as it is. Don't worry about me. You don't have to act tough. I know you're working now, right? Full-time job. You used to be a housewife, but now you're working. Isn't that too miserable? Isn't it proof that you were having a hard time making ends meet? You're pathetic. Don't tell me you contacted me just to say that. Do you have nothing else to do? Of course I have something to do. How rude of you to say that I have too much free time. I have a full-time job as a housewife. Well, it's true that I'm living a comfortable life with nothing to do. I just wanted to call you to let you know that we're having a baby. I went out of my way to find the time to do that. So, congratulations on that. You know what? Can we just end this conversation now? I'm busy. I'm kind of pissed off that you're not responding more. Oh yeah, I also bought a house earlier this year. A gorgeous house, perfect for me and my family. Well, congratulations on that too. My dream home, a family home in Manhattan, with a high-income husband. It's so easy to make all my dreams come true. Well, it's partly because I'm doing what I'm responsible at. A single mother like you who is poor and struggling to make ends meet probably is now living in a small apartment. It's not something I should compare, is it? I'm sorry for you. Patrick didn't buy any house when he was married to you, but he easily bought a house when he married me. Well, congratulations. Seems that my current husband loves me very much, otherwise he wouldn't have bought a house in Manhattan. I see. Congratulations. Are you some sort of robot? Don't you have anything else to say? You should be disappointed at yourself. Why don't you show your true emotion? You really are a woman without any sense of humor. That's why you're so boring. Excuse me, but I have to go. I'm really busy. I have to go to work. Oh, I see. Poor people like you have to work hard to survive, don't they? It directly affects their lives. I'm sorry that I'm not very attentive. I shouldn't have called you so early in the morning. Well, I did it on purpose anyway. I'm well aware of that. Well, like what you just said, I'm one of those people who can't live without working hard at a full-time job. I'm about to turn off my phone. The baby will be born on the Christmas day. When the baby is born, I'll send you the picture of my child with Patrick instead of a Christmas present. So please don't block me this time. I'm counting on you. What? The baby will be born on Christmas Day? That's right. Santa Claus is going to bring a lovely baby to us. Isn't it romantic? At last my dream has come true. Well, I'm happy for you. I hope you give birth to a healthy boy. I was going to block her since I don't want to deal with her anymore. I was a little angry at her for taking my ex-husband away from me and that she's still contacting me just to pick a fight at me. I decided to take a little revenge. I then contacted my ex-husband for the first time in a long time to talk about the visitation with the kids and to tell him about his current wife. A week later, things took a turn for the worst. Hey Sylvia, what did you say to Patrick? Hello Clementine, what do you mean? I just called him because I wanted to talk to him about visiting my son. I just did the natural thing as a parent. What's wrong with that? Those visits are always at the end of the month. That's why I called him. I have to go back to my parents' house at the end of the month, so I asked him to reschedule a week earlier. I didn't do anything wrong, right? Huh? That's enough. How can I be divorced just because of that? It can't be true. Divorce? I didn't hear about that. You don't know about that? I'm sure you planned all of this. Patrick didn't tell me anything about the divorce. It's his family business, so there's no way I could have known about it since I'm now a stranger to him. I didn't think it would go that far. I knew it was you who told him something nasty. Tell me what you've told him. I didn't tell him anything. I just congratulated him on the fact that he's going to have a baby on Christmas Day. Did I do something wrong? That's a lie! That's not at all! Then why is he divorcing me? Oh, it's not like I blew it or anything. I'm just asking you a question because something strange happened after I said congratulations. What do you mean by that? If I count backwards, I'd say around the time you had the baby in your belly, Patrick was out of the country for about 2 months, wasn't he? He didn't even get to see my son during that period, so I remembered it well, but that's strange. Were you with him when he went overseas? I thought maybe you didn't do the math correctly. What the? Is that how you find out? I never thought about it. I know, men doesn't really care about that, but I had a bad feeling about that. I've had a baby before, so I know. That's why I asked him if he took you together with him on his overseas trip. He said no. I didn't blow anything up, did I? I was just asking a question. Oh, it's just, well, things can go a little off. It's just a due date. Well, that's a little bit of problem. I mean, it's not that big of a discrepancy. So who is the father of the baby? Shut up, it's none of your business. Yes, you're right. I'm Patrick's ex-wife, so I have nothing to do with that. Okay then, I'm going to block your number. Let's do our best as single mothers from now on. Wait a minute, I'm having a baby. Is Patrick going to divorce me? Well, he said he was going to do some serious research. It might be quite a commitment to raise another man's child. Oh no, he told me this was a secret. Oh my god, did he really say that he'd look into it? I don't think that's a good idea. Will you be in trouble if you find out about whom you're having an affair with? If I tell you, will you help me? Why should I do that? You took my husband away from me and you're also trying to make me look miserable by boasting about how happy your life is. To be honest, I don't want to deal with you ever again. Because I was jealous of you for a long time. You didn't change the expression on your face even when your husband cheated and divorced you. I just wanted you to envy me. That's bullshit. How should I envy someone who is tearing apart other people's lives so easily? Of course I don't envy you. If you want to go out with my ex-husband and get married, why didn't you tell me honestly? I don't think people who cheat on other people's husbands are good people. There's no reason for me to help you at all. Don't say that. I don't know what to do. If I don't do anything, he'll really divorce me. Then why don't you search for another guy? Why don't you go and seek for help to the real father of your child? He has a family too, so it's impossible. I won't make it before the baby is born. You're having an affair again? Looks like you never learned from your mistakes. I don't know who the real father of your son is, but if Patrick finds out everything now, you'll go bankrupt. Oh no, I was going to quit my job and build a happy family in my dream home. What am I going to do? I don't know, you contacted me and tried to pick a fight with me. I'm sorry, I won't contact you anymore and I take back everything I said before. I'll apologize as many times as you want me to. Please say something to Patrick. I can't because it's not something that can be managed by saying something to him. Besides, I'm already divorced from him and we're strangers. First of all, I'm in a relationship with someone. I'm planning to marry him. My son loves my new partner a lot and I want to raise a happy family with him. That's why I don't to get involved in your family business. You're going to marry someone? You've only been divorced for 2 years. Isn't it too soon? How can you say that? You guys got married on the next month after my divorce. Well, it's because we loved each other. The CEO of the company I work for now is very nice to me, and we've been together ever since. Company CEO? No way! Does that mean you're going to be his wife? That's what it means. He already has a house along with a condo in the city center. One of them is for work, apparently. That's not fair. How come you get to be so happy and not me? Because I haven't done anything wrong. Good things come around if you are serious and live a decent life. Why don't you live your life seriously and properly think about others? I'm sure good things will come your way if you do that. Please help me. Since you'll be the CEO's wife, you have a lot of money, right? Please share some with me. If you don't, I'll go bankrupt. It's his money, not mine. If you're going to ask for money, you should ask Patrick. I'm under no obligation to help you, so I refuse. Oh no, I'll be unhappy if you don't do something to solve this problem. Are you trying to make me unhappy? Huh? Don't blame others. You're the one who chose that path. Please, Sylvia, don't abandon me. How can you say such thing to me? I have no intention of helping you at all. After this, please talk it over with your husband and decide. It's none of my business. Well then, goodbye. Wait a minute. Please help me, Sylvia. In the end, the two of them divorced and Clementine became a single mother. Then Patrick requested me to get back together. After I told him that I was dating someone else on the premise of marriage, I never heard from him again. He doesn't even visit his son. Incidentally, Clementine went back to her parents' house to pay alimony to Patrick and the wife of the man she was cheating with. She is working hard while raising her child with the help of her parents.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? I have something to tell you. Jenny, what on earth do you want? Whoa! Aren't you being too cold to your sister? You're mean. My sister? I don't want you to call us sisters. Don't tell me you forgot what happened 10 years ago. You acted like a good girl and tricked mom and dad that I pushed you down the stairs. And because of that lie, they kicked me out of the house without hearing my opinion. I was only a sophomore in high school. They have always loved you like crazy, but they shouldn't have done that to me. But I had worked so hard to make a living on my own, started my own modeling company, got married, and was finally ready to be happy. And then you took my husband and my daughter away from me a week ago and kicked me out of the apartment? Oh, did I do that kind of stuff? But Charlie chose me, just like mom and dad did. Nothing more. I'm prettier and more talented than you, so it's only natural that I was chosen, right? LOL. Chosen? You were chosen? Huh? Hey, I'm tired of you. That's why he was acting weird these days. I also thought it was strange that Marie's face looked so much like mine, even though she's my stepdaughter. He was saying some cheesy things about how we were destined to be together and that the faces happened to look alike. But it was you. You work for the company where he works. And you and Charlie used to date. And Marie was your child. Plus, you made mom and dad pay child support because you didn't want to. And you forced Charlie to take care of Marie all the time. He is pretty stupid to try to start over with someone like that. But how much more do you have to take from me? Even though you've become a stranger, do you really enjoy tormenting your own family that much? Well, even though once you were my sister and now a stranger to me, I feel sorry for you if you end up knowing nothing. So let me tell you, I have to be far superior compared to you. Huh? You used to be an ordinary person with nothing but a good face and body, but now you're a successful model, and you're the president of a company, and you're married to a handsome guy like Charlie. Plus, you are living an elegant life in a high-rise apartment without any inconvenience, aren't you? Seeing you like that, I got very frustrated. What's that? For such a reason? Is life all about winning or losing, superiority or inferiority? If you don't like me, then just leave me alone. The main reason I got into modeling was because I was kicked out of our house, and it was the only way I could earn money to survive on my own. I was desperate to start my own company so that I wouldn't have to depend on people like you, who are the worst kind of people. I didn't even want to see or have anything to do with you people anymore. How cocky! Just because you're a bit better? Get over yourself. You lost your husband and daughter. You should be more upset. Admit you lost. You are a low-class person than me. It's not right for you to be more arrogant than me. Why are you being so snippy? It's true that I was angry when I found out about Charlie's affair and that Marie was your own child. And you've been working with Charlie, Mom, and Dad to take Marie away from me. I was pretty depressed. I thought she was my sweet, true daughter. Oh, LOL. So you're just being stubborn. Then you should be more upset. You lost to me, and you'll always remain lower than me. But you know, it's rather refreshing to see that you're a real monster. I don't need a husband who cheats on me so easily, and I don't want the family that enjoys ruining her own blood sister's happiness. When I think of that, I can become calm naturally. I'm glad that I'm free. What the hell? That weird calmness really pisses me off. Go ahead and be pissed off, but that's how I feel right now. Besides, I was able to change because I was able to crawl up from that rock bottom in 10 years. I'm successful because I struggled from a young age. You might have wanted to kick me out when I was in high school and see me live the rest of my life at rock bottom. But if you think you can have everything in your way, you're wrong. What? But that's enough. There's nothing I can say to you, and it's a waste of my time to talk to you any longer. If you want him so badly, I'll give you the whole apartment, and you can be happy with the three of you and your parents. Bye. I'll do that even if you don't tell me. Don't act like you're fine. Hey, give me your modeling company. I'll take it. I'm sure I can run it better than a woman like you. Yes, excuse me, who are you? I'm in the middle of work. Don't put me to trouble. What? What are you talking about? I'm your sister. You blocked my number, so I had to change my number and reach you. And what the hell with that attitude? Ugh, I'm the one who should be saying what the hell. And I don't have time to listen to a person who starts out by saying, give me your modeling company, as if you're robbing. Which means I'm blocking this number too. Bye. Hey, Kelly, do you think you're in a position to refuse? I don't know what's going to happen to your office. Huh? What do you mean? The owner of your office building is Charlie's relative, right? Yes, that's right. So, what are you going to do this time? How can you come up with one harassment after another? Well, you can only act cool only for now. You'll be surprised when you hear this. Charlie did us a favor and asked his relatives to cancel the lease. Now, your company is going to disappear. What? I haven't received any such notice. Well, don't worry. It won't be anytime soon. Next month is the renewal month, right? So they're going to ask you to move out at that time. Are you kidding me? Why should I face to that kind of problem? How much more do you have to take from me? He doesn't want to see your face anymore. Well, I'm still your ex-sister, so I did stop him, LOL. But he insisted, so I had no choice, LOL. So obvious. I'm sure you agreed to it with them anyway. That's enough. If Charlie is just as brainwashed by you as everyone else is, then it can't be helped. But even if you suddenly ask me to leave, I can't. Right. I'm a merciful person, so I negotiated for your sake, you know. Be thankful for your kind sister. Negotiate? Of what? I'm saying, negotiating that if you give me your company, I'll let you keep the office. Huh? That way, you won't have to move. As long as you leave, everything will work out. I'll take your whole company. What do you say? You must be so frustrated. How much more do you have to make fun of me? You just can't hand over your company to others and say, here you are. Besides, the models and the employees won't be satisfied with such an arrogant way. Huh? Are you trying to say that it is your achievement that the company has been able to survive until today? Of course not. You're just an ordinary lady with a better face. Besides, this is the result of your mediocrity and lack of popularity. So why don't you just give it to me and I'll protect your models and your employees? If the lease contract is terminated and the office disappears, everyone will be out on the street. If that happens, everyone will hate you and they will demand compensation or something. You're always ready to talk back, huh? That's enough. If you want this company, then it's all yours. What? You're going to give it away that easily? You won't listen to me. We can't even have a conversation. In exchange, I can keep the office as it is, right? You know what I'm talking about. Well then, I'll leave it to you. I really wanted to see you more frustrated though, LOL. I'll forgive you if you say you'll give me the company. Don't worry, I'll make the company even bigger than it is now. I'm sure Charlie, Mom, and Dad will be very happy. Well, good luck with that. Now don't ever get involved with me again. Now I'm in a completely superior position than you. I feel so much better now. It's absolutely ridiculous to have a person like you as the president and a successful person. Now the world is finally back to its right place. Yeah, you can say that all you want for the rest of your life. Well then, I'll leave after I finish up the paperwork. Okay, gotcha. Kelly! Kelly! Kelly, you noticed, right? Answer me! Shut up. What is it this time? What's going on with your company? As soon as I took over as president, most of the models and employees disappeared. There were more when I went to visit last time. Why are they gone so suddenly? Why? Because they all quit and came to my place. Huh? What do you mean? I explained to the models and employees everything that had happened up to this point when I handed over the company to you. Also, I told them that I would start a new company. They had to choose whether they wanted to stay with your company or follow me. That's headhunting! That's unacceptable! Give me back the power of my company! The power? The models? The employees? It's not like they're items. I mean, why aren't you here? What? I thought you had something important to do today. Something important? You have a meeting with Scott, the executive director, right? I didn't want to see you anymore either, but there is unavoidable circumstance, so I'm here too. Get here ASAP. You're already an hour late. He's very furious. What? Why are you with him? I mean, how did you know I have a meeting? I just talked to him directly about everything that's been going on. Does that mean you told him everything? That I've started to work as the president of your company as a side job? A side business? I didn't know that, LOL. The place you're working now, to be precise, it's a prestigious entertainment-related company that your parents were bragging a lot. I heard they don't allow side jobs. I just checked with Scott. If you're going to start over as the president of a new company, you should be ready for the new position. You were going to become president of another company without making any arrangements with your current employer? Give me a break. No, because a CEO is someone who sits in a chair and tells the employees what to do, which means someone who has time would do it, right? And I'm good at what I do, and I think I can do it while working at my current company. The frog in the well knows nothing of the great ocean. Huh? Even if you're not smart, you know this, right? Reality is not as kind as you think. Being a CEO is not just sitting in a chair in the office. There are many greetings and conferences too. I don't mind admitting that you got a job at a great company and are still able to work there. But how could you decide to be a CEO as a side job with such a naive idea? Oh no, but I actually have a lot of free time. I've been sitting in my chair most of the time since I became the president. Well, of course. I'm taking over everything that's been going on at that company. there's nothing for you to do. What? Why would you do that? Oh, yeah, of course. I told my business partners about it. I guess it's about time you start getting a flood of calls for the cancellation. You're going to be busy even if you don't want to be. I'm glad you're finally working like a boss. Then what am I supposed to do now? If I don't do something, this company will go bankrupt. And the apartment is already behind in its payments. Mom and Dad say they don't have any more money. That's none of my business. You're good at what you do, aren't you? Why don't you just use your brilliance to do something about it? You said you can run a company better than me, so show me how you do it, LOL. If you can't do it, why don't you cry to Charlie and your parents who love you and ask them to do something about it? I can't help you because I'm just an ordinary person with nothing but a good face and style. Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be like this. It's like I'm being set up by you. I was going to be the president and make lots of money with a cushy job? Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, Scott has become really mad at you. He's saying he doesn't want to waste his time on people like you. Oh, please? Can't you just say something reasonable? My phone started ringing like crazy. I can't come. What? You sure? If you don't show up, the company will sue you. You and Charlie too. Get sued? Why would they do that? Charlie is the general manager of your company, right? Scott already knew that Charlie was using his privilege and his family connections to embezzle company expenses to have an affair with you. He called you to give you one last chance. No! What the hell is going on? Right after you left me and remarried to Charlie, there was a tip-off while you were enjoying a happy-go-lucky honeymoon in Hawaii. I heard that it has become a problem. So if you don't come here today and explain, they're going to file for embezzlement and abuse of authority to the police. No kidding! Then why are you there? Because we used to be business partners. When I went to tell him that the president had been replaced and that I was starting a new company, the president's name was your name. So he asked me what happened. I told him everything that had happened. What? Also, I heard that there's been quite a problem with the fact that people from your own company doing things like blackmailing with the help from relatives. Scott wants to hear your story, including that. Oh, but he says he's going to call the police because you're too late. No way! Wait a minute! All right, I'll be right there. Please don't call the police. Coming this far, you're hopeless, you know. Please, help me! If I lose my company, my job, and everything, also Charlie, Marie, Mom, and Dad will all end up in the street. Hey, we're family. We're a family, so let's help each other. A family? We're already over since that day 10 years ago, aren't we? And I'm just an ordinary person with a good face and body who should be lower than you. So you don't want to be saved by someone like that, do you? Well, I feel sorry for Marie, but for her sake, the four of you should get along and live to atone for your sins. Wait, sis! I understand. I admit everything that I did wrong. I'll apologize to Charlie, Mom, and Dad, even if I have to roll my head and get down on my knees. I'm so sorry. I'll return the company and I'll do anything. So please. Sis, when was the last time you called me that? Then, can you help me, your poor sister? No, LOL. It's too late. Even if you could return the company, whatever you two make up for it, it's not that easy to get back the time and trust you lost, you know? You should have learned that before you tried to be a CEO. Bye. An hour after I turned off my phone, Jenny finally showed up at my place. However, because she admitted to a number of illegal actions, such as using expenses, threatening me, and thereby becoming the president of the company, I heard that she was taken away by police who were waiting on the spot, and Charlie was arrested and taken away by another police who went to his apartment. And I received an apology and a request to get back together from my former parents who had learned the truth of the matter, but they were arrogant and used Marie as an excuse. So, I quickly blocked them, telling them that it was their decision and that they should solve it by themselves. I'm going to work hard toward my dream with my team who believe in me at my newly established company.
sorry for my abruptness. My name is Frances McBeal. Are you Dave Redwood's wife? May I speak with you for a moment? Yes, but I don't think your name is in my friends list, so could you tell me who you are? I apologize for not introducing myself first. I work as your husband's personal assistant. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Miss McBeal. By the way, why did you call me? That's because... I was surprised to hear from you all of a sudden. Did something happen to my husband? Don't tell me he collapsed on a business trip or something. Oh, your husband is fine. He's full of energy, so don't worry. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried because he's been in Texas on a business trip since yesterday. I see. So it seems that your husband told you he went for a business trip. Sorry, I don't understand. I was just thinking what an easygoing wife you are. What? Never mind anyway. I just didn't expect that the wife of my supervisor would be so silly. Isn't it rude to talk like that all of a sudden? You think so? I think you're right. I beg your pardon? I'm sorry if I was rude, but I was being honest. What are you trying to say? Why are you asking me that question? Please don't say it in a meaningful way. I mean, you must have texted me because you have something to say, right? If you don't have anything to say, just leave me alone. Calm down. There's something I want to tell you. By the way, you really believe in your husband, don't you? That's why I said you're easygoing. Huh? Your husband is with me now. That's why I'm able to text you. But how did you know my contact? I looked it up from his phone. Does that mean you looked at it without his permission? That's what it means. Seriously? Because I'm curious about the person I'm in love with, so I was wondering what kind of person his wife is. But I don't think it's okay to do that. I'm in love with him, so it can't be helped. Aren't you curious about what's really going on? About me, for example? I'm in love with your husband. Me and Dave are married. Even if you're married to him, that won't stop me from falling in love with him. Just because you're in love with Dave, do you think you can just do anything you want to do? It's an invasion of privacy to look at someone's cell phone without permission, and that also applies to married couples. You and Dave's are a subordinate, and you just looked at his cell phone. It's just unbelievable. I knew it. What do you mean? Your husband said that you are a pain in the ass. The way you think is so uptight and old-fashioned. Also, you care so much about the details. Did my husband say that to you? He's talking bad about me to you, wasn't he? That's right. He said that you're annoying. Even your messages are troublesome. Seems like I agree with him. We texted each other for the first time today, right? So what? I'm just saying you're a pain in the ass. What's wrong with that? Huh? You said not to look at other people's phones, didn't you? Sounds like you care too much about unimportant things. It's an important matter, of course. What you did was an invasion of privacy. It's so obvious. Nowadays, it's normal to check your boyfriend's phone. My husband is not your boyfriend, is he? You just told me that he's someone you're in love with. You just admire him as your supervisor, right? I've never thought of him as my supervisor. Are you kidding me? I've been aiming on him ever since I joined the company. He's handsome for a man of his age. He's kind to women too, and he makes a lot of money. He's perfect, isn't he? For your information, he is married to me. I just happened to meet him a little late in life. I don't think it's a good idea to be in love with a married man. Doesn't matter. It's rather exciting. I'd be more interested in a wife who's more aggressive, but I didn't realize you were so easygoing. I find you more easygoing than me anyway. What is it that you want? Oh, I forgot to tell you the important thing. I'm sorry. I have nothing to say, so I'll leave you now. Wait a minute. Please listen to me. Do you have anything else you want to say? I feel like an idiot when I'm talking to you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry if I are offended, but I want to make something clear. I'm with your husband all day. So what? You don't feel jealous or anything? Like I said before, I'm targeting your husband. Are you telling me that you don't care at all? It doesn't really bother me. What? There might be something going on between the two of us, you know? Even if it's true, it doesn't bother me, because my husband told me about that. He told you? Yes, he did. He said that he'll be on a business trip with a woman subordinate. If he reported it beforehand, it proves he has nothing to hide.
You're the only one who thinks about committing something nasty.
Excuse me?
Are you sure it's just the two of you on this trip?
I'm not mistaken.
Then there's no problem.
Why do you think so?
That's not something I want to talk about with you.
I'm in love with your husband, you know.
I know.
Please don't complain about what happens from now on.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, even if me and your husband start dating each other.
You're not dating, you're having an affair.
What's wrong with that?
Adultery is a serious problem.
As long as me and Dave love each other, there's no problem.
You're so silly. Honestly speaking, I envy you a little.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
I see, that's good to hear.
You know what? I'll be spending 2 whole days with the person I'm in love with.
It's a business trip, though.
I know, but it's just the 2 of us here. How can there be nothing going on when a man and a woman are together? I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to steal Dave away from you.
Steal him away? How?
He's going to marry me. I'm going to be his wife instead of you, who is lazy and stupid.
Marriage is not something you can do alone. Do you understand that?
Of course I understand that.
Then do your best.
What are you talking about?
That's my line.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm saying I'm going to loot your husband. Aren't you scared or something?
If you can do it, go for it then.
Don't complain if I really take him away.
You don't understand the main problem here, do you? Do you want to have an affair with my husband?
It's not adultery.
Dave and I are married. If he starts a relationship with you, it's adultery.
I'm declaring a battle to you now, win or lose. Oh, that's right. If you're so confident, how about having the loser gets down on her knees?
I don't understand. Are you okay? You'll become the loser in this battle.
Huh?
On the contrary, if there's a way for you to win in your current condition, I'd like to know.
Shall I tell you then?
By all means.
Because I'm younger than you.
Yes, you are.
Also, I have a nice and soft skin.
I don't know about that since I've never met you.
I also help Dave with his work.
Well, that's your job anyway.
I can go to his place whenever I want.
That's true.
How's that sound to you?
I don't care what you say.
You don't think I'll beat you, do you? I'm better than you by a long shot.
Not at all. Is that the only reason you think you can beat me? I'm surprised.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm married to Dave. No matter what you do, the adulterer loses. I've done everything right at home and I also treat him well too. There's no reason for me to lose.
You can't guarantee that.
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's like I can't get through to you.
Is that any way to talk just because you're his wife?
Can we end this conversation now?
Noted. Anyway, please remember that I'm declaring a battle with you. I'm definitely going to date Dave. I'll be his girlfriend and eventually I'll become his wife.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's too late to regret what you did today.
I'll make sure to save this message.
Please do so. It's you who will cry when I take him away from you. So get ready to get down on your knees. Goodbye. Hello again. Thank you for talking with me yesterday.
My pleasure. So what can I do for you today?
Do you remember what we talked about yesterday?
Yes, I do.
I'm glad to hear that. I thought you'd forgotten all about it because you're not that smart.
Just hurry up and get to the point.
About your husband, he responded to my request.
Is that so?
Yes, we stayed in the same room together.
I see.
Do you know what this means?
After what I said to you yesterday?
What?
Yesterday, I told you that having an affair with a married man is a huge problem, and you didn't even listen to my advice.
I'm not going to listen to your advice. Dave said that. He'd date me.
I see.
How do you feel about that?
What do you mean?
You feel sad since your husband was taken away by a girl younger than you, right?
I wonder what I can say to make you feel better.
Please tell me that you'll let me have your husband. Admit the defeat and get down on your knees.
Give him to you? Dave isn't some sort of merchandise. By the way, I won't get down on my knees.
I love him so much. You're preventing me and Dave from getting along.
I've told you many times, I'm married. If you don't know what this means, but I think you're in trouble.
You're the one who'll be in trouble.
Why?
Because your handsome and wealthy husband is taken away from you. You'll be alone. A stupid old hag can't survive on her own. And that's why you're still refusing to accept defeat. You don't understand.
You're the one who doesn't get it, Missy.
I know everything. I can see into the future. Dave and I are destined to be together.
That's a happy way of thinking. I'm very happy. I want to be with him forever. I hope it comes true. I'll be rooting for you. Oh, are you planning to get divorced? That would make me very happy. Me and Dave were planning to get a divorce since a while ago. What? We're getting a divorce. Huh? What do you mean? The divorce was decided a long time ago, so even if you hadn't come to me, I would have left him sooner or later. Am I wasting my time? I don't know about that. When are you getting a divorce? Please hurry up. I'm going to become Dave's wife soon. That's why we're discussing it now. Discussing what? Don't you want a divorce? Isn't there any point in putting it off? On my part, I want a divorce right away, but my husband has a problem, so that's why we're discussing it. What problem? So many people have similar mind as you, therefore I'm having a lot of trouble proceeding the divorce. Huh? You know that, don't you? Know what? My husband has been involved in several relationships with a lot of women like you. That's the truth about him. I'm the only one he's dating with me. He told me so. All the women seem to think so. There are 3 women that I know of. He said there's no one but me. Yesterday he said it was just me. He said that he loves me. I heard those words right from him. I'm sure my husband is manipulating you. That can't be true. He said it's just me. That's what he told me. There's no way he would lie to me. Anyway, we're getting a divorce. I can't believe you're divorcing him. I'm really happy. I think it's too soon to be happy. I'm really happy to hear about the divorce. I want him to be mine as soon as possible. By the way, how old are you? 25. You graduated from college and are working as a personal assistant after that, right? That's right. Why does that have to do with anything? Since you are a college graduate, you are aware about what happens after an affair, aren't you? Don't tell me that you really don't know about it. There's only one path to happiness after an affair, leaving the wife who is in the way behind, and be united with the man who loves me. There's no other way. Well then, I'll take the good opportunity to teach you then. I don't need you to teach me anything. I'm demanding alimony from my husband. Alimony? My husband was having relationship with several women. So what you told me just now was the truth? Yes, indeed. But Dave said that I was the only one. Maybe my husband was just trying to get you to fall in love with him. People say love is blind. Seems that it's true. I'm sorry you were so easily fooled. Relationship with several women. It seems that you started seeing each other yesterday, but you've had a physical relationship for a long time with Dave, right? Of course, yes. I was the one pleasing him instead of his wife. That is adultery. Huh? As Dave's wife, I'm claiming alimony from the woman Dave has a relationship with. That of course applies to you. Huh? There's a lot of evidence left on the messages you sent me. Will I be charged too? Of course. Dave said he'd go out with me. You're going to take money from me and Dave just because we're dating each other? Even if my husband says so, he's still married. It's a different case since he's not single. How much are you going to charge? The going rate is about $10,000. $10,000? That's right. I'll have our lawyer contact you. I'm Dave's girlfriend. Girlfriend or not, you committed adultery of your own violation. You need to take the responsibility of what you've done. Wait a minute. What? I don't have the money to pay for that. Don't you think it's a waste of time to charge me money that can't be paid? I'll get you to pay whatever it takes. I can't pay that. That's your own fault. Please stop charging me. I got all the related messages from you. Even though we're still discussing divorce, I'm shocked that he's having an affair again. But I never intended to have an affair. I intended it to be pure love. Like I said before, there are no excuses for adultery. It's not right to have an affair if you're not ready for it. Then I'll marry Dave and we'll pay for it together. Marriage? I bet that's impossible, because my husband has at least 3 girlfriends who he promised to get married with. A girlfriend like you, who looks at his phone without permission. I'm sure you'll be the first to get excluded from his list. Too bad we don't have a polygamy system in this country. No way! I'm sorry to bother you at a time like this, but I'm going to have her report this to your company. And my husband too, of course. What? It's obvious, isn't it? Please don't do this, I beg you. If the company finds out, I'll get fired. What you've done can't be helped. You'll be punished. I'll give your husband back to you. It's not a matter of giving my husband back to me. Stop asking me to pay for the compensation and also don't tell the company what I've done. I worked hard to get the job. The world isn't that easy. I filed a claim for compensation from my lawyer to Frances. She repeatedly asked me to stop. Of course, I also told the whole story to the company she works for. My husband and Frances were fired for taking advantage of a business trip for personal use. Frances has no severance pay and could no longer pay her rent. Now she is doing a night job that provides her free accommodation.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!